quickly remind you, we, all four of us, have been working in a corporate environment for years. For me, forever, since I started work.
For me, for longer ever.
Longer ever. Don't know what you mean. And then at the end of last year, so it's been a year now, where we embarked on this journey of being business owners and having our own practice. We thought at the beginning that, oh yeah, we don't want to be corporate anymore. That's good. We'll change our language. Yeah, okay. We do our best, but it's actually not until the end of this year, so last week, where we thought, oh my God, where were we on this shift journey? And where we are today has nothing to do, and it's really difficult to actually envision the change at the beginning of the year. And we thought that could be interesting for people who are thinking about it, being in the corporate world now and thinking, oh, I would love to be an entrepreneur or to start my own business, or who are doing it on the side, or those who just did the jump. Or we would love to hear from those who have done it, a while ago, and tell us more about the ongoing journey. Yeah, what do you think, Julian?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, because I was so full of enthusiasm for what we do and who we are, and I knew that we had a great mix of products, and I thought it would be easy. I thought it would be easy just to stop talking like a corporate animal, and shift the way that I wrote, spoke, behaved, etc., etc. But it wasn't. It's taken me a year, I would say, to kind of, mind you, I'll forgive myself, because it has been 40 odd years that I've been in that kind of environment. And yeah, it's one of those things, people talk about, you don't know what you don't know. Well, it's absolutely one of those things. You really don't know that, or I say you, I mean me, I can only talk about me, but I didn't know how it would be so difficult to get out of that habit, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, for me too. I have been, if you're doing, you win the numbers game, how many years, but I've been in the corporate for about 17 something years. And I come from a family of entrepreneurs, and, I have quite an entrepreneurial mindset myself. And I thought, oh yeah, no, I'm out of it at the beginning, and I wasn't. And the easy ones you would pick on is language, how you speak and the words you use, and but the more you're out of it, the more you notice how ingrained some habits are ingrained into you. And it's not to say there's the wrong or right, this is better than this. It's just what works for where you are at the moment. The other things we started noticing as well, or the things that were starting to break up for us in that mindset, was the rigidity of the way of working. And now with Corona, it's different. People embrace online, etc., which we have done now. But when we, the other side, Julian and I, were in the corporate, and not until long, it was, you go to the office, you have to be there at a certain time, you have to leave at a certain time, because there's a certain etiquette to have, and it played in the perception of your achievement. And that was really rigid. You work from Monday to Friday if you're full-time. And I remember you, Julian, telling me about how that changed for you even in the weekend, like in the thinking about work.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I was always a person who used to get really irritated in a corporate environment with the fact that people thought you were a better person if you arrived earlier and left later, and that it had less to do with what you actually delivered. And a lot of people in a corporate environment do very well through arriving really early and going home really late. being seen to be doing the right thing. And that used to kind of get on my nerves a bit, because for me it was all about outputs and not inputs. If you could deliver something in a day that took somebody else a week, then great, good on you. So yeah, that then for me led to, well, if I've got to be there between 8 and 5 or 8 and 6, then I don't want to think about stuff in my time. I don't want to think about things in the evening that have got something to do with work. I don't want to think about things at the weekend that have got something to do with work. So there was this funny kind of belligerent switch within me that caused me, if the phone rang, it would irritate me, etc., etc. But now being a part of How To, which was driven by me understanding my why, it's what makes me jump out of bed in the morning. I'm really happy to think and be a part of How To at any moment of the day, because it's not an irritant, it's not a job, it's what I love to do. So yeah, I guess that's the difference. You work in a corporate environment, you end up doing a job that you end up doing. You might be really lucky and you might really love it and might attach to your why. You might have understood what your why is, and that's why you do what you do, but equally you might not. And I didn't, and now I do. So yeah, I don't care what time it is. Zeina, you can phone me up at midnight if you like.
Not that this is encouraged to not have a balanced life, but definitely it's thinking, and we can have, it happens all the time, any day. Oh, I had a great idea. I'm texting one of you guys, or all of, we have a group chat. Oh, I saw this. Oh, I read this article. Oh, I did this. And all of us do that as well. So you tuned in. It's your business. It's your baby. It's different. And it really, speaking about the why, it comes to, I don't have to do it. I want to do it because I love it. And that is a massive shift that you don't notice until you're actually in it.
That kind of brings us back to Jude, her not being here.
Oh,
her being. So that work-life balance that you just alluded to then. Yeah, we know we don't have to worry about Jude and whether she'll do what she's supposed to do. We know she will. So her being away for 2 days, being away for 2 days, helping the kids out is a great thing, and yeah, we endorse it.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter when, as long as we do what we have to do. And it's so on that as well. What we thinking about it a bit further, it's about this silo approach versus looking at it as an end-to-end. For those, if anyone here is listening to us and think, oh yeah, I'm in a corporate, we all have heard about silo, and I think every corporate it tries really hard to talk about breaking the silos and let's work together and understand each other. I guess as hard as they want to try, and it's not that the will is lacking, it's just the practicality of it. Some places are so big, it's really difficult to achieve that. And by that I mean, so I'll give you an example. We were in operations. We get operations. We breathe operations. We know what we're doing. We're experts at it. Great. You move to another area of the business. I'll pick on marketing. Marketing and sales. We know it's there. We know someone is doing something about it, but it's none of our business, and vice versa, I'm sure. And there is this thought, if there's no operations, there's no business. And on the other side would be, if there's no marketing and sales, there's no business. And in your role, because you have been employed to do that, thing, you're great at it, and you try to be empathetic to others, but you do your job. Great. When you're a business owner, it's your own thing. You can be awesome at operations or awesome at marketing. If you don't pay attention to the other aspects, there is definitely no business. It's equally, everything, every area is equally as important, especially when you start. And that, I think, we had a good good lesson and
We
big
did,
awakening about that.
we did, and I was lucky because I was a bit blinkered. You know, I've never been in marketing and I've never been in sales, and I knew what I knew, and I knew we had a great product range, and I knew that what we had would be brilliantly helpful to people, but I didn't know what I didn't know, and learnt the hard way. I learnt the hard way about the need to truly understand and diagnose what causes a business to be a great business and all those things that I didn't know anything about. And the reason that I was lucky is because Jude and Zeina were far more open-minded than I was, and pushed and helped me to understand the need to engage the help of experts other than our team.
And we got to that conclusion because we might have got to the understanding, oh, all the aspects are as important. You can read, you know, and binge watch YouTubes and read whatever you like, research to learn yourself, but you get to a point where let's talk to an expert. Let's talk to someone who knows it's their job as well. They can help us. They can give us another, you know, more depth into what we're doing. And absolutely, I mean, we believe in collaboration. So for us, it was an easy thing to do. But to that, Julian would always have a bit of a challenging question for us, which is, I think, should be on everybody's mind. It's not the most pleasant, but I think it's very needed. It's how do you know? Why? How do you know? So what? I think so what is your favorite. But it is an important question. How I said, I think it's this, but who knows? Who can really tell me for sure that this is the problem and it's not actually a symptom for something a bit deeper or completely on the side?
If I were to be provocative, and I'll talk about me then. I won't suggest this to anyone else. But is it arrogance or ignorance? You know, that we all think, no, I won't say we all, some people, me, I perhaps might think that, I can work all that stuff out myself. I don't need to bring somebody else in to do those sorts of things, you know. And anybody out there who's thought they could maintain their car and then they did a good job until it went wrong and they had to employ a mechanic to do that or something similar, you know, then I guess that's proof of that. You know, you do your own DIY or whatever it is until you get to a point, and then you have to bring in an expert. So
yeah. I love DIYs. I love understanding what is going on, but you get to a point where definitely you think, now it's ignorance. I'm into the ignorance. I need to
when you put that nail through the pipe in the wall, you know, that's the time to bring in the expert.
Yeah. So speaking about this is also something we do, the techniques we have about diagnostics. So you don't have to put the nail in the pipe, or if you do, you can just give us a call and we'll help you diagnose where the problems are or where the problem is, so you know who to ask for. We can help you have lots of really awesome friends who are also business owners and could help. Yeah,
so we've been out there and we've got expertise from marketing people and sales people, but our expertise is around diagnostic. So whether it's diagnostic in your planning and your visioning and what you need to do to get somewhere, or whether it's diagnostic from understanding yourself and your why and what really makes you jump out of bed in the morning, or whether or not you need to talk something through with somebody from a business perspective, coaching, etc., etc. Those sorts of things are our expertise, and it's all on our website. So have a look or give us a shout.
Yeah, you can DM us here. We're on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, of course. Or just book some time with us through our website. Cool. I think that's it for us for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and comment if you have, your experience of that transition, if you had that or that shift, or if you're thinking about it. We would love to hear from you.
We'd love to help.
Yeah, and we would love to help as well. If you have also any ideas or you would like us to talk about something specific, any of our Friday coffees, let us know as well. And on that, have an awesome day, a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.